The history of Call of Duty. Call of Duty was first released in 2003, the Call of Duty, and through 16 releases to the most modern release, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, released later this month. So what do I want to talk about in relation to COD? Well, it sure as hell isn't the history of COD, which has been more than adequately covered over on esports channel, as with many others. What I'd like to talk to you today about is also not pro scene, which I'll be honest with you, I know very little about. The main topic of contention has been from about COD 4 onwards. COD 4 Modern Warfare started to adopt a massive online multiplayer mode that was continuously on as opposed to the old server model. From there, it was only a matter of time, but monetization was introduced in earnest, and this continued to ramp up to the point where we had the evolution of the Andrew Wilson loot box. We have season passes, we have annual COD that always dies, we have game modes in some regions that are not viable, at least not until the latest version where we now have crossplay. We have a situation where at times community has been host to the extremes, which is completely normal considering it is one of the most popular or was one of the most popular games in the world. It's adopted almost every FPS mode ever conceived, including Battle Royale, which I don't believe worked because it was charging people money for what they had come to expect would be a free experience. And there were very little updates in relation to the map, which you would expect for a paid Battle Royale title. The latest COD seems to have tacked back towards its roots and by all accounts is an excellent COD. But it's going to come with the same problems, which include what they are now calling surprise mechanics, which is another euphemism for gambling in computer games. Call of Duty has a very viable mechanic, which just seems to get better with every release, and I think that's why people keep coming back. Despite all of the naysayers, it is made by a crack team of devs who are second to none when it comes to rendering engines, when it comes to textures, models. The audio has got better. It's everything you would expect of an $80 title, and at the same time, it continues to generate news cycles because of the aggressive way that it uses loot boxes to attract more and more side income. This has become a problem because the original game that we all remember was about a single player campaign that added a multiplayer campaign that everybody enjoyed loot box free, and the core mechanics never required you to pay to win. And originally it was just going to be about skins like it is for every game. And then the publisher looks for more and more ways to monetize. And Call of Duty now has a game mode, which for the first 12 months only PlayStation 4 Pro players will be able to play, which means effectively Xbox PC players will never play that game mode. You could ask yourself, if you are an $80 or in fact a deluxe paying customer, PC, Xbox playing customer, should you be paying as much as the PlayStation player, for instance? And these are the kind of questions which Call of Duty has opened itself up to as a franchise. Having said all of that, I am still hugely looking forward to and will admit to having pre-ordered Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I'll see you guys all online.